New details tonight in the homicide case of a missing Anthem woman whose remains were found in the middle of the desert a couple of weeks ago. Detectives confirming that they have persons of interest in her case and some new clues about where she was found. True crime correspondent Brianna Whitney uncovering this. So what does this mean for this case moving forward?
Yeah, new details it seems each week. Hopefully we learn more soon. This definitely likely means charges are on the horizon. Finding Joann Dudek's remains was the key piece of evidence missing in this homicide case. It's been a long 2 years for her family since she went missing before Thanksgiving in 2022. But it seems each week we're learning more and more about her mysterious death.
New tonight, MCSO revealing they now have persons of interest in the homicide case of Joann Dudek after finding her skull in New River earlier this month.
That is an extraordinary development for our family.
Joann's niece, Erin Murtha, says it finally feels like things are moving forward, though the sheriff's office isn't naming who those persons of interest are.
It has been a long 2 years of going down this path and waiting and having a lot of patience for the investigative process.
MCSO also revealing the exact area where Joann's skull and remains were found, off the I-17 south of New River Road. Joann lived in Anthem, and Erin says she and her family flew out to Arizona several times to search, which felt impossible. They now know their searches were just a bit south of where she was found.
You think you know how big a desert is, but you don't really understand how big it feels until you're walking through 100 feet of it, turning over every rock, looking for you're not even sure what.
Joann went missing from her Anthem home in November of 2022 amid planning a Christmas trip with her family. She lived with her husband, adoptive daughter, and her daughter's boyfriend at the time. Joann's husband died a few months after her disappearance from brain damage. Earlier this month, Erin told us their extended family cut off communication with Joann's daughter and boyfriend after being told some sort of altercation happened inside the home the night Joann disappeared. I tried calling Joann's daughter this week to get her side of the story after her mother's remains were found, and she answered, but as soon as I identified myself.
This is Brianna Whitney. I'm the true crime reporter at the CBS station here in Phoenix, and I've been trying to find a way to get a hold of you.
She hung up. Erin says going into Thanksgiving last year was a feeling of hopelessness.
There was a time there where, frankly, a lot of, the kind of sentiment in our family was like, we're never going to find her.
This year, finally feeling there's a light at the end of this, hoping to bring Joann home for Christmas.
We do hope to be able to bring Joann's remains back to New York and bury her with her parents. And I know, at least for my family, that's something that they really want for Christmas, is to be able to do that. It is very encouraging for us to hear that MCSO has people of interest in this case specifically. And we're very, very hopeful that that means that they are close to resolution.
The medical examiner's office still lists Joann Dudek's cause of death and manner of death as pending, so we hope to learn those soon. MCSO says as far as arrests and charges, they don't have a specific timeline, but clearly with these new details, the case is moving forward. Vanessa.
So was her family surprised to learn where her remains were found?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
She definitely did not frequent that area. She wasn't going on hikes. She was not a big hiker, so they know that she wasn't just willingly in the desert area there. But it also wasn't far from her Anthem home. And unfortunately, we do see time and time again that bodies are disposed of or remains are left in locations like that in the desert, in that area off the I-17. Not a huge shocker to them, but it was interesting listening to Erin talk about their searches, because she was like, not only is the desert so vast, you get out there and you feel like you're so small, where do you start? But she's like, we didn't even know what we were looking for. Were we looking for jewelry? Were we looking for clothing? Were we looking for remains? We just didn't know. And so they were close, but no specific significance. It seems like it was just a place as a means to get rid of her remains.
Did her family say how they felt afterwards, learning that she wasn't too far from home and they were in this area? You can't dwell on it, but at the same time, you're only human, right?
Yeah, from the get-go, they told me they didn't believe she was far. Yeah. And pretty quickly after she stopped responding, she was just so communicative with her family. They were pretty sure that she wasn't with us anymore, but they did believe that she probably wasn't far, and their hunch was correct. So hopefully there'll be some movement here in the case.
Yeah, I'm happy that they're getting answers.
Yeah.
Brianna, thank you.